As any entrepreneur that's actually starting to make money, one of the most important things you have to do is actually track your expenses, track your money, make sure you have a solid bookkeeping system in place. I have been in business for quite a few years now, and in the past, I typically would either do my books myself, which would obviously take a few hours a month, I would say, and I'm not an expert in bookkeeping, and I'm not an expert in taxes and things like that. So then I decided to hire bookkeepers. I worked with a few different bookkeepers and it was great, but obviously it's another expense that you have to spend. So fast forward, I have been with Bench for a year now. They are doing my books and everything is in one place. And I gotta be honest, I'm pretty much in love. So there are obviously some cons, I'll talk about them in a bit, but when I had to do QuickBooks Online on my own, I literally wanted to tear my hair out. It was so freaking complicated. I thought I could figure it out. I could not figure it out. I was just like, I can't. I was like about to start paying another person $500 a month to do it. So, I was like, well, the worst that can happen is I don't like it and I switch back. I'll just keep QuickBooks Online for now and see what happens, but it worked out and it's pretty good. Now, before I show you how it looks like, I'm gonna actually show you behind the scenes of what Bench looks like, at least for me. It's pretty cool because there's a couple things that are involved. So first of all, they actually like do your books for you at the end of the month. They do all the things, reconciliation. They look at your bank statements. They make sure everything is matching up and they will ask you questions. There's actually like a back and forth. You can book a call with them anytime you want if you want more of a view into what's going on, which is something that none of my bookkeepers had as a part of their package. I couldn't just like call them up. I couldn't just book a call. It wasn't a part of the package. So it was really cool for me to know that I could book a call with this person inside of Bench. And I just had one person that I was in communication with. It wasn't like 50 different people that I was talking to here and there. I had one main point of contact that I could communicate with when it comes to getting clarity on my books and things like that. Now, a con that I'll say is when I first started using Xero and then QuickBooks Online, I did actually have a few additional categories for listing things. I know I'm not using the right terminology here, but I had a very specific like terminology categories listed for like commissions for people, independent contractor. I had different categories for that. I just had like additional categories basically for a few different things. So Bench simplifies a lot of that. So basically they focus on just like what the tax return is gonna have, like the more major categories that are typically seen. And I do believe that you can upgrade and pay more to get more additional categories listed for your books, but I just didn't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how it looks like for me. And of course, if you want to check it out yourself, you can go ahead and go to this link, heartbehindhustle.com/bench to check it out a little bit, start a free trial and play around with it on your own as well. All right, so we're here inside of Bench right now. And first I wanted to show you what the current pricing is at the time of this recording. It is actually based on how much, what your average monthly expenses are. So that's how much you're paying. So if you're spending about, $3,000 to $20,000, which I believe is what my thing is, it's about $199 a month. If you go on the yearly plan. The cool thing about the yearly plan though, is that if you decide to cancel before your year is up, they will actually refund you the balance, which I have not seen any tools do that. I don't know anybody that does this. So it's really, really cool. And of course you can see, there's additional add-ons that you can do. If they can actually do your taxes for you, which is pretty cool if that's something you desire. I end up doing all of my own taxes because I do a separate payroll system and all of that is taken care of for me. So I didn't really need anything else in terms of extra. But of course, if you're just starting, it's going to be $159 a month, and then it kind of goes up from there. And then of course, like I said, there's additional plugins you can do, but it is very cool. So you can kind of see a little bit more about it. You can cancel anytime. They have a lot of different plans. They are very responsive in terms of their support, and they do all of your like year-end books. They get everything really ready for your CPA to actually do your taxes for you. If you're not having them do your taxes for you, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and log in and show you what it looks like inside. So the very first thing that you see when you log in is you're gonna see the messaging section. So this is where I have conversations with my main person that's doing my books. And the cool thing, like I said, is that you can always book a call. So you can click on this and then find a time for a little bit of a chat with your main person, which is, I think, really, really awesome. And you can also make money from referring people. So, you know, I'm referring you. You can go to heartbehindhustle.com/bench and see a little special gift that I have for you. You can get some money towards your bench subscription. All the details will be when you go to that page. Of course, very, very cool, I would say. So from there, you will see on the left-hand side right here that we have a few different options. So you want to first, you would connect all of your accounts. So you can connect with all of your major banks that you use, your credit cards, all that stuff. You would connect that directly here. I also connect it to Stripe, and I have it connected to PayPal as well, because I do use both of those tools. And I have done a video about that previously, about Stripe versus PayPal and things like that. Majority of my transactions do come from Stripe. So they're able to see that if I wanted to link that in. So you can connect all of that. Here's the merchant processor, and it's super, super easy as well. Then if you ever want to upload additional documents, like for me, they were asking me to upload the payroll from the previous month. So I went and I did a payroll report and I uploaded it here for them. And of course, if you're ever spending money or purchasing something on a personal credit card and you wanna let people know in here, like, hey, I use my personal credit card. It's not obviously in here because it's a personal credit card. Here's what I use. Here's a receipt. Please, you know, do your thing that you do. If you ever need to add statements or receipts and things like that, you can do that. I don't personally track my receipts inside of Bench because I have a separate tool that does that, but you can keep everything in here really easily. Then the next thing that you want to look at is the reports. So the reports is what will show you basically just like what's going on in your business and things like that. So you can take a look at what has been going on from there. You can take a look at different quarters, different years as well. So everything is really solid and easy to see. You can see the top 10 expenses, which is pretty cool. It's very easy to see, like, okay, cool. So what has happened in here as well. You can look at a little bit more detail in terms of income statements, your balance sheet, and anything else. So it's really easy for like dummies like me who know nothing about this kind of stuff. And then the pulse is another way for you to take a look at everything that's going on in your accounts right now. So recent transactions, any balances. If you click on the status, so right now it's tax season, so you can get your, they've completed my year-end financials. I grabbed it right there. And then they say, hey, we're still working on your January and February books, which is pretty straightforward and easy. I don't really dig into all the bells and whistles. I need to know how much money I'm spending on different categories. I need to know how much money I'm actually bringing in. And that's pretty much it. Like, I don't need to know anything else, to be honest. Like, I'm doing well without all the details, and it's because I'm not an accountant. It is perfect for people that just don't want to know all the details. They are confused by all the details, and you don't want to do it yourself. Like, of course, it's going to be way cheaper if you just do it yourself, QuickBooks Online or Xero, but like, do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you can and can't, deduct and all these different things? And, I don't want to have to deal with it. It's not my specialty. So why try when I can just hire it out? If this resonates with you, if this kind of style of bookkeeping resonates with you, definitely check it out. There's a free trial, and if you decide to go forward, they will give you a little bit of money as well towards your first or second month even. So you can take a look at that by going to heartbehindhustle.com/bench. And of course, if you have any questions, you can let us know below. And if you are already using it, tell me as well. And if you're using something else, love to hear all about it and how your experience is as well. So thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.